Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of our weekly analysis. Last week was bomb. Last week we had a series of successive analysis as we started from the index. The index already gave us the bullish expectation, and of course, we did see price rejecting the resistance that was massive. Then, of course, US oil was not left behind. It broke the lower boundary expected, and we did see price fall all the way, dropping to the zone of expectation. Then, of course, we did see gold do as expected. We saw a break below the trend line, of course, price testing the expected zone. And of course, US 30 was not left behind as it did well performed as expected. We did see a break of structure and a smooth drop in price all the way to 34,498, breaking through the expectation. It was a massive one. The only pair that did not really did what we expected was GBP USD. It did not go against us. It was just trading within the range. We did not have the expected breakout. Overall, we had a massive turnout. Of course, there was no setup in pound USD as seen here. So last week was very fruitful. Then again, let's just look forward to seeing a more fruitful week. Remember, I am your host, Mr. Wex. Without wasting much time, let's dive into this new week. What are the expectations? Starting off from gold, let's clear what we had last week. Then, of course, we can just start off with a fresh slate. All right. So having seen price, so having seen that price has dipped just around the zone as expected. This week, okay, let's just start. Let's not jump the gun. Let's start from our normal approach, which of course is always the index. I think I'm just too excited, man, for the coming week. Let's start with the index, guys. So on the index, doing away with what we had last week, let's have an expectation of what we should see on the index this coming week. So on the index, now that we have seen that price has pushed through this area, which is the resistance level, and of course we have seen price testing this zone and also rejecting of the trend line as expected. Now there is some consolidation expecting within that area, and if you take a careful look, you can see level 1, level 2, and of course price has done level 3 here on the index. This is the daily time frame. So my expectation would be that I would expect the reaction to take place right here, which of course is a confluence zone for price to give us some corrective effect, which means that there should be this bearish expectation on the index this coming week. So I'm going to be looking forward for a weaker USD this week. Maybe the early part of the week we should see some bulls. Then of course the latter part of the week there should be an incoming weakness in the USD. But overall, I am expecting a bearish USD this week, considering the confluences that I have seen right here. So that being said, as GBP USD has held its ground, it therefore means that if the expectation is a bearish USD, then of course we should see price go in favor of the bulls this coming week. So let's just look at this, taking it out. So my expectation is going to be focused or geared towards a bullish GBP USD this coming week. So if price breaks the range, then of course we are just going to be aiming for a price to continue into this rejection zone. Then of course, if there is a lot of volume in this coming week, then we should see price maybe trying to target this previous high. So this is going to be my expectation on GBP/USD. Away from the GBP/USD, let's look at US oil. So US oil last week, we did see a significant drop. Then of course, with the drop we did see last week, then it therefore ended as a bullish candle that is on the daily, rejecting off the expected zone. So what is going to be our expectation this week? Let's look at a few parameters before we can at least anticipate the direction and probably look forward to seeing price go our way. Now, looking at the overshoot right here, as expected, I explained last week. So 84.86, we did see a rejection right at that point, which is somewhere around this area. Then, of course, the expectation, if looking to the left-hand side, which is this area right there, is to see price continue bearish. Then, of course, we should see maybe price drop to this level, which is the 77 19 price level. So having seen that there is this possibility of about close to 50% drop of 50% correction of the initial drop, then of course there should be an expectation that price would potentially react within this range, this zone, or a possible retest of previous zone, which is this area. So I'm expecting a possible maybe retest of this zone. Excuse my drawing. Retest of that zone or an abrupt reaction at the current zone for price to drop. So overall this week, I'm going to be expecting a bearish US oil. I'm expecting a US oil to go bearish, targeting 77.19 price level. That is going to be my expectation on US oil. So let's just do away with this so that we can have a clearer understanding of what the expectations are. So gold, I expect gold to drop further into the zone. Then of course a correction should be appropriate, maybe a further dip into the zone, or possibly more drop into 1866. Then of course from that point, then we should see price correct to the bullish direction. Maybe we should see an extended correction towards the 1914, 1932 area. So that is going to be my expectation on the yellow metal. So wrapping it up with US30. So US30, as we can see, we had a significant drop last week as it did drop all the way to retest the 34,498 area, even dipping more into the zone towards this level right here, which is the 34,291 area. So of course this range has been filled, so I'm going to be expecting a little bit of a correction to the upside, maybe a further drop afterwards after the correction. So let's just denote that by giving some flesh to this analysis. So this is what I'm looking forward to. So right, that is where price rejected. So this on the daily. Let's look at more concrete points here on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, there's a likelihood that we might see a little bit of a drop before we can potentially have the correction as expected. So on the 4-hour, I would be expecting price to give us some correction. So this is going to be my expectation, a correction towards this price level. Then of course, we might see a further drop from that point. So this is going to be what I will be watching out for on US30. A correction, then a possible continuation in the bearish direction, because we did see a strong accumulation right around this area. So it is not out of place for us to expect that price would give us a lower high in favor of the bearish trend. So this is basically what the expectation would be this coming week. Remember, if you like the content so far, if it's educating enough, please kindly hit that subscribe button. If you have not done that already, hit the like button and always show some love by sharing the video. Let's grow together. Thank you very much for you guys are always having my back. Thank you for making this channel grow day in, day out. So remember, we are gonna try to see during the live stream this coming week. Last week could not meet up because of certain technical issues. This week promised to be different, and I will be seeing you in the live stream. Remember, we are always up to redefine our entry so that we can maximize profit. Peace.